Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Avadon 3. Last episode, we went and took care of a couple random side quests we happened to have. Mainly ones in the Corruption, but we also went through the Trophy Hall and, well, got something we needed from there for someone up in Kiriktor, and also solved someone's marriage woes. Although, because of that, we now need a new longbow. Yay! Anyway, now, well, it's time to go to the Fortress of Avadon itself. But I want to make a quick stop before we do. I want to see if we can say anything to this guy down here. To Delis. See if he has anything to say now. Nope, he has nothing to say. Okay. Well then, let us return to the Fortress of Avadon. It's been a while. Whoa. We're down underneath? We're down in the crypts. You stumble away from the portal, feeling like your body has been stretched out like taffy and shoved together again. At first, you think the ordeal of teleportation has driven you blind. Then you realize that you're in a dimly lit room. After all the stories, you expected Avadon to be huge and glorious, all statues and polished marble. You're in catacombs. It's cold and damp, and you can see sarcophagi in the alcoves. Only one thing makes you think you're in the right place: the symbol of Avadon carved into a nearby wall. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you see something else of great interest. A lone figure is waiting for you at the far end of the hall. Geert, Keeper. The sarcophagus contains the honored remains of a former Keeper of Avadon. When you touch it, you receive a powerful, extremely painful shock. You decide to leave it alone. Interlude, the Black Fortress. At last you have come to Avadon, the Black Fortress. Battered and crumbling, it still struggles to defend the Pact. Yeah, there's actually a repaired bit there. This is an interlude. Diantha of Darum. Talera, Keeper. You stumble through the dark hall, still dizzy from the effects of the portal. You can't make out any details of the man waiting for you until you stumble into him. You jump back and reach for your weapon. He holds up his hands. Be calm, Hand. Starting a fight now would be a fatal error. You take a step back and wait for your eyes to focus. Eventually, you make out a middle-aged Daramite. He wears dignified and very expensive robes. A gold chain bearing the symbol of Avadon hangs from his neck. I am Protus, acting Keeper Protus. I am the Master of Avadon. Who am I speaking with? Greetings. I am Hand Gabriel. I am pleased to meet you. I receive very few reports about our more independent agents. He looks at the insignia on your shoulder. You are a Hand of Avadon. You are home, young warrior. Before you can explore, though, I need to know a few things about you. I'd like to know more about you, too. All in due time. As the master of the Black Fortress, selected and elevated by Hanvar's council, I must insist my questions are answered first. Hanvar's council rules the Pact, but Avadon is independent. It chooses its own leaders, usually with bloodshed. This is all very odd. Sorry, what is this place? This dismal hall? This is where the most honored keepers of Avadon are buried. That is, the ones who survived the office more than a week, and the ones whose bodies survived their assassinations intact. I visit here often, to think, and to remember my fate if I lose your faith. What do you need to know? Protus chooses his first question and watches you intently as you answer. We were lucky enough to find out you were coming, and my mages diverted your arrival to here. What I don't know is, where exactly did you come here from? How did you not know I was coming? That is not for you to know, young Hand. I came here from the Green Refuge. Plausible. Interesting. I know you were with Redbeard, that rogue warrior. Don't bother to deny it. Tell me, where is Redbeard right now? I don't know. Protus starts to challenge you. Then he thinks better of it. Even if you knew where he went, the old fox has probably gone somewhere else. I won't press the issue. You aren't with Redbeard now, you are in my tower, and you must report to me. So report. Tell me what you have accomplished in your rogue adventures. Impress me. We kept Delis from uniting with the Cimmerians. You tell Protus a story. Strangely, he isn't pleased. That was a success. A victory entirely to his credit. And yours, of course. You'll receive more of the credit, I think. Continue. What else? You can now negotiate a peace with the Wildrim rebels. You tell Protus about your negotiations in Kirik Tor. Despite himself, he is impressed. Well, Redbeard was very lucky when he found you. You seem like a hero of the Pact. It will be decided when the war is done. Go on. That's all I have to report. Then I have one final question, and I will allow you into the Black Fortress. This will be your home, your place of power. All I need is to believe I can trust you. I have but one more question. And your final question is? Protus looks at you very intently. Why are you here, Gabriel? After productive months out in the wild, you suddenly slip into my fortress in the dead of night. Why? I was not trying to slip in the dead of night. I was simply coming in to visit. And I need some things for Redbeard. Protus takes the letter and inspects it. Typical, mostly blank. It will reveal what you need to know when you need to know about it. What does it say about Redbeard that he can't even trust his hands? He returns the letter. I have something to show you in turn. Show me what? He points at his gold necklace bearing the symbol of Avadon. Hanvar's council, rulers of the Pact, drove Redbeard out of Avadon. The Black Fortress was given to me until this needless war ends. Before he left, he gave this necklace to me. What is it? It was his. It's a badge of office. It marks me as the Keeper of Avadon. It shows that even in his incoherent rage, Redbeard knew that the decision was correct. His time was past. It is time for him to rest. To be welcome here, you have to acknowledge my position as Redbeard did. If you don't, I will deal with you, and I will be as harsh as Redbeard would. So Redbeard gave you that necklace? Yes. He presented it to me before he stepped into a portal and fled. He is not entirely without a sense of duty. He knew I had to have authority to rule. Oh, and yes, I did have it examined. It bears no magical trap or enchantment of any kind. I am no fool. The Keeper has to have a necklace. Of course not. When I take it off, I am still Keeper. Well, acting Keeper. Still, symbols are important. Never neglect that. You are the Keeper here, and I will cause no trouble. Good, then come. I will guide you out of these dank catacombs and into the glory of the Black Fortress. He turns and walks the stairs out of the catacombs. Very well. Harem of the Kava. Well, all things considered, that went well. There was nothing we had to hide. We're all working to end the war. I hope. Alright. Let us leave. You pass 2 matched guard posts. In more peaceful times, an honor guard is stationed here, watching the famous corpses below. Now, except for a couple of poorly maintained turrets, the place is abandoned and a ruin. You've heard that Avadon is struggling to repair itself, but these efforts have not reached down here yet. Oh, there's just a regular iron razor disc. Moving up. Well, the east gate is... Was there 2 gates here always? These chambers are for record storage. The most precious of the intelligence gathered by the eyes of Avadon is kept down here, saved for future reference or blackmail. However, a fire has destroyed most of it. Protus looks at the piles of ash and debris and shakes his head. So much knowledge wasted, lost, under Redbeard's gaze, of course. In the fire, Avadon lost much of its memory. Isn't it a mess? How did this disaster happen? Nobody knows. Can you believe it? Redbeard left no guards. Some spy must have just snuck down here and set a fire. The former Keeper just didn't pay attention to detail. It was as bad in the floors above. I have restored a lot of it, but you will still see much evidence of Redbeard's incompetence. You think you could have prevented the attack? That's why I'm taking a few precious minutes to talk to you. You need to know what is happening here in the true seat of power. And that is? Hanvar's council is helping Avadon again. We are getting gold, conscripts, public support. They wouldn't help Redbeard, but they do help me. Avadon is being restored and the cost is low. What is the cost for the restoration? First, we are no longer above the law. We can't do what we want when we want. We can't kill anyone we want. We are still very powerful, but we have to live by the same laws everyone else does. That is the first cost. A very reasonable cost, in my opinion. Yes, people who are above the law and can do whatever, that can be handy. But at the same time, they must be held accountable for their actions. If they're above the law, then it is possible that they can get out of hand. And the second cost? The old way of replacing keepers was barbaric. New keepers will now be chosen every 10 years. The servants of Avadon will choose, and Hanvar's council can veto the choice. How were keepers replaced before? You became keeper by assassinating the old keeper. Gruesome, barbaric, and foolish. That is how Chimerians act. I really, really don't want to be involved in this. We all have moments of weakness. We all want to walk away from our grim responsibilities. Then we remember that we are adults and we do our duty. We have to do what is best for the Pact. Redbeard must be replaced, whatever the law says. Maybe you tell the truth and maybe you are lying. Doesn't matter. Eventually I will expect you to swear loyalty to me. When that time comes, if you refuse, you will be my enemy. That is all I have to say. Do what you need to. Just remember the main rule. What is the rule? You are in Avadon. I am keeper here. Obey the law. No violence unless you are defending yourself. No theft. No spying for the rogue keeper. Get what you need and go. Protus steps aside. And welcome home. Okay then. The fire that happened down here. I remember that was a quest for one of our companions in Avadon 2. I already forgot her name. I think it was a her. But I guess she did her mission. And burned everything. All to stay safe from the raptors. A pity. But it happened. Nothing in there. Alright. I guess now we continue upwards. Ah, more lamps. Good. Okay, upstairs. Again. Let's see. Potion of health, thank you. Ah. Door is in charge. Okay, then. The tunnels below were crumbling and abandoned. This floor, on the other hand, is a bustling construction site. Workers are hauling around bricks and mortar, and this woman is directing the work. She doesn't bear the mark of Avadon. She is one of the many civilians who work here, doing the mundane work of keeping Avadon running. They don't get the power, but they don't have the gruesome responsibilities either. When she sees you, she bows. Greetings, Hand. I am Dor. I'm running the repairs on this floor. Wait, you came from the north. I didn't see you pass. How did you get down there? I'm afraid that's none of your business. I'm sorry, Hand. I know it isn't my place to ask. I only want to help. I need some information. Of course, Hand. If you need help or directions, please ask. How do I get to the rest of Avadon? The Kellum points to the south. Go up the stairs there. You'll be in the deep cells. We haven't repaired them yet. We're waiting for the pest to be cleaned out. Go east, but stay close to the south wall. You'll find the stairs out. What do you think of Protus? Do you prefer Redbeard? I have no opinions. None at all. I only care about this. She holds out her schematics and diagrams. Avadon has more money now. I don't know about the politics. I think the Pact wanted Avadon to follow their orders. In return, Avadon gets more gold. I don't care, I'm just a builder. What are you building? Cells. Some sort of prisoner storage. With the wars, prisoners are being brought for questioning all the time. They need to be stuck somewhere. There are monsters? Some. The dungeons were really, really neglected. Keeper Protus wants them all driven out. We're happy about it. Alright then. You walk with Dor as she keeps the repair work going. She walks around, consulting blueprints and giving orders. You walk with her, impressed by how quickly the work is going. What's going on here? Oh, we are repairing these cells. There are no monsters here, so this is where we started. Avadon just got a lot of gold, and Protus is spending it to repair the fort. A lot of the work is overdue, I'm afraid. Okay, once again we go through all that. Anything I can do for you? No, Hand, I wouldn't dare waste your time. Also, I can't afford your help. Understood. Thank you for your time. The east cells are infected. Alright. Ah, yes, that was the entrance, I remember. Alright, down this way. And here we are. Hello, secret switch and secret room containing secret-y secrets. That are nothing more than just a way to travel through here. Interesting. What have we got? Potion of speed. Couple things to sell. She said to stick to the south because there's a lot of hostile things to the north here. Like that fire lizard. Interesting. We'll probably get a quest to clear it out at some point in the future. She did say that a lot needs to be done here. This floor is full of cells, all abandoned and crumbling. At first you aren't sure why all of the workers downstairs aren't doing repairs here. Then you look down the hall and see the stains and tracks. A bunch of beasts have escaped and are wandering around this floor. Avadon hasn't been able to spare warriors to clean them out yet. You can see them wandering in the shadows, kind of lost. Their time in the darkness has left them mostly blind. You might be able to evade them with care. Yes, by, say, sticking to the south. Fine. I'll avoid them. We'll clear them out later. Your hair stands on end for a moment. You feel a tingling sensation. For a moment, you are in the presence of weak magic. You try to figure out what caused it. Then you check the letter you got from Redbeard. It has changed. A new sentence has appeared. I, Laria, needs to be freed from the Avadon dungeons. Do this. That is all. The directions are clear, but there isn't a lot of extra information. I, Laria. I, Laria. Is she the one who is making the protections at the front of the fortress? Is she in here? She shouldn't be in the deep cells. She should be in the regular dungeons. You finally reach the main floor of the dungeons. There's a network of cells just ahead, full of prisoners fresh from the front. Guards patrol everywhere looking for signs of unrest. Lots of shouting and complaining. These cells are high security. They've been reserved for the most dangerous and valuable prisoners. The people here go to the front of the line for intense magic-aided interrogation. Door cannot be picked. A prisoner with thick black hair and a full beard sits in a chair vacantly staring at the wall. He is dressed in the hide armor typical of the Wildrum rebel officer. He turns to you when you approach. Oddly, he seems happy to see you. I'm Imre. Am I free? Will you take me home? His expression is not normal, much too childlike. Why do you think I'm here to free you? He is confused by your question. She said I was done. No more questions. I should go home now. He gets up and walks toward the door. One of the nearby guards steps in his way and gently guides him back to his seat. Who questioned you? He is slow to answer you. The scary woman, Lavon. First, I didn't want to talk. That made her mad. They laid me down. They whispered to me. Then I talked. She was happy with me after. Still scary. She said I can go home soon. Are you here to take me? He gives you a look of hope and trust. Imri seems broken. He acts nothing like the proud and stoic Wildrum rebels you've encountered. I'm sorry, I'm not here to take you home. Oh, goodbye then. He ignores you and goes back to staring at the wall. Imre still stares vacantly at a wall until you approach. He smiles innocently. I knew you'd come to free me. Is it time to leave for home? Why are you staring at the wall? Wall? I see no wall. It is my home, the Wild Room. It's nice. You gaze at the damp-stained stone wall and wonder how anyone could see anything nice in it. Tell me about your home. Big trees, lots of water for swimming. It's pretty. My mom is there. She makes the best roasts, over the fire. And I have friends, I think. I want to go back. But they won't let me leave, even though our questions are done. Why are you happy to see me? I'm told the war is done. For sure the war is done for this broken soldier. It's time to go home. Are you alright? He smiles, making him look very childlike suddenly. Yes, the questions are done. I just want to go home. I'm innocent. Nobody in there. North Gate. Another prisoner of Avadon. I'm here by mistake. Yeah, just a bunch of prisoners over around here. Nine lockpicks? No. Doesn't even look like there's really anything in there, so why would I bother? The prisoners are crafty. I'm sure they are. Security cells. Okay. And it looks like up there is where we're supposed to go, which we will. But we'll go this way first. There's a tall Tawanite woman sitting at this table. Once she was an elegant noblewoman, and the ratty dress was originally fantastically expensive. Then she spent years down in this dungeon, and it wore her down. Now she is sitting at this table, skinny and shaking. She is surrounded by piles of paper. She's writing letters in a shaky hand. When you approach, she stands and bows. Greetings, Hand of Avadon. I am Envoy Brasula. I am from the Tawan, but I mean no harm to the Pact. I promise it, truly. Are you from the Tawan? I am. I haven't been there for many years. It's hard to remember things. I haven't left Avadon since the Age of Chaos began. I'd like to know more about your land. I'm sorry, Hand, I haven't been there for so long. I don't know what I can say. I don't know what the war has done. It's a beautiful country, though. Envoy Brasula sits at the table and sips from a wooden cup of water. Pardon me, Hand, I still have many letters to write today. Her pen scratches across the paper as she talks to you. I will help you any way I can. Are you a prisoner here? She sets down her pen for a moment and rubs her hand. She looks very small and old. A prisoner? I'm not sure. They put me here. I'm a hostage, I think. They put me here, questioned me. When the Age of Chaos began, they had me write letters. That's what I've been doing. You're a hostage? I think so. I don't think they'll let me leave. I live here. I was in a nice cell. Then monsters took it over. I adjust. What crime did you commit? I'm not sure. Redbeard sent me here. I'm a Tawanite. You're at war with us, and that might be all. Her words are barely a whisper. Whatever the reason was, I'm sure it's just. When will you be freed? Acting Keeper Protus came here to see me, personally. He told me that I could go home when the Tawan Empire surrenders. That's why I write the letters. I'm helping. What do you think of Acting Keeper Protus? He has been kind to me. I think he will be just. Please don't make me say more. I can't make anyone here angry. What are you doing with all those letters? They are addressed to people in the Tawan, merchants and lords, anyone with wealth or influence. I am urging them to make peace with the Pact. I was a noble once. My family is known. I might have some influence. Does it work? I don't know. I'm not told what's happening in the Tawan. I think the letters arrive. Do your people think you're a traitor? Yes. Yes, I'm sure they do. I'm not given any messages from them, but I think that is probably a mercy. If the war ends and they execute me, at least we'll be at home. How are your letters delivered? Hands come by before they go northeast. I say where the letters go and they take them. Avadon's agents are everywhere, except... She holds up the one scroll and shows it to you. This is going to a band of raiders, camped near the Temple of Velusa. Dozens of hands have looked at it, none have taken it. Could you take this copy in case you're ever there? I can write another in case you can't. I can take the letter. She gives it to you with a trembling hand. It's the Temple of Velusa. The raiders' camp is somewhere nearby. That is what the eyes told me. Just deliver it. Maybe the temple can tell you where the raiders are. Thank you, Hand. If you help me, it will please the keepers. Of course. And now that I think about it, even though I don't need to, I really am curious about what's in the other parts of this area down in the deep cells. I do want to explore and see what's around here. There's a lot of blind creatures, but I'm sure we'll figure something out. I can explore. Even if the creatures over here are actually a bit more hostile. Maybe I can kill them. I saw at least... Yeah, there's 3 of them, but if one of them comes close enough... I did see one coming close before. Saving. Wait, it's right here. Okay, kill it. The others are not coming for me. I can kill it. No, I think now they're coming for me. Yeah, now they're coming for me. I should have saved, but I'm pretty sure I can kill them. That works. All I need to do is hit them dead. Yeah, this isn't too bad. I can kill these. Should have done this before instead of going upstairs. Excellent. That went fairly well. And we got an amethyst out of it. Excellent. And I just realized I still need a bow. Great. Okay. Let's explore a little bit. Watch out for the blind creatures. No. Sniff, sniff. You do not smell me, bat. And that one saw me. Okay, I guess we're killing it. I mean, I'll probably get some experience out of it, which isn't too bad. These guys aren't that dangerous. There we go. As long as I don't get too overwhelmed. And those are coming for me. Yeah, sure. Light, please. That one poisons. That's less pleasant. Yeah, this is taking time, but I can kill him easily. As long as I don't keep missing like this. There we go. There we go, a cleave. That makes things even better. Another cleave. This one may kill this one. Or not. And there we go. Excellent. And here we got nothing of value. So everything down this path should be dealt with. Excellent. Alright. Careful. That's a lot of rats. What do we got here? We got blessing crystal. I can grab that. Sniff, sniff. No, no, no. Ah, they found me. Alright. I guess we gotta kill these rats now. But they can't get to me. Unfortunately, that means it's gonna be some bits of lag. But on the plus side, I'm only gonna fight 2 at once. And I've got regeneration now, which is even better. You know what? Blade sweep. That does some damage to everything. I should probably be ending the episode soon, but I think we got enough time to clear this out. I think that one's a poison rat, but it's not reaching us yet. Come on, come on. Enough with the lag and crap. Excellent. Alright, you know what? Disarming blow, why not? I mean, these things are weak. I can kill them easily. They are doing a fair bit of damage, but I can still kill them. And there we go. Perfect. Ooh. And an animal skin. I guess we can't get to that area. I mean, there may be a way, but I don't know how, and I'm not going to get into figuring it out right now. Alright. There's a stairway down into that other area. Nah, I'm not going to pick that lock. Yeah, this leads down into here. Oh! Beast storage. You know what? I'm going to end this episode here, and we'll continue exploring through this area under here in the next episode. And then we'll move on back up into the dungeons of Avadon. We need to freeze them. That'll be in the next episode, so until then, I'm Chester44, that is Gabriel, this has been an Avadon 3 Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.